Good everyone. So this is me, Gochukwu Adindu, your data analyst, your data analyst instructor on Excel. So like I promised you guys, I will be doing a correction on the if function assignment. So we are here now. So now look at the problem. The problem says, let's suppose we have a list of numbers and we have mark even and odd numbers. We can do this using inbuilt function provided by Microsoft Excel. So what I simply want you to do is using these numbers or so, as you know that even numbers are numbers that are divisible by 2 without a remainder, and odd numbers are numbers that are divisible by 2 and will give you a remainder of 1. So I want you to, based on the numbers here, I want you to fill here by returning either even or odd. So you can do this 3 ways. So I'll quickly duplicate this table twice. So I have it here. Let me have it here also. So I can do it 3 different ways, many different ways. But let me just show you 3 different ways that you can easily do this. So now the first method I'll use in doing this is that I will use what we'll call a function we'll call MOD, M-O-D. I don't know, like those of us that, I believe every one of us here attended secondary school. Those are called modular arithmetic. Remember modular arithmetic? That is used to return a remainder instead of the actual number. For example, in modular arithmetic, if I give you something like 10 mod 2, 10 mod 2, what do I mean? I simply mean you should return the remainder after 10 is divided by 2. So 10 mod 2 will give you 0. Do you understand? So you can use this stuff to dictate if a number is either even or odd, which simply means if you do something like 5 mod 2, you know that 5 mod 2 simply means 5 divided by 2. And what will it give you? It will give you 2 remainder 1. 5 divided by 2 is 2 remainder 1. So that means 5 mod 2 will give you what? 2 remainder 1. Now you will not write 2 remainder 1. You just return the remainder, which is 1. Do you understand? So if it's an even number, the even number mod 2 will give you 0 because 0 is the remainder. If it's an odd number, the odd number mod 2 will give you 1 because when an odd number is, when you divide an odd number is divided by 2, it gives you a value remainder 1. So that is what we will do here. So we'll say if the mode of this guy on 2 gives 1, let it return odd, else even. Or if the mode of this guy on 2 gives 0, let it return even, else odd. So I'll come here and say equal to if, then I'll pick if. What's the logical test? I'll say if what? I'll say mode. I'll pick my mode. It takes 2 arguments, the number and the number that you're dividing with. So if mode of the number becomes all these entries here. So if mode of, I'll click on this cell, if mode of that cell, anything on that cell, comma, that's on 2. If the mode of that guy on 2, I'll now close brackets. So if the mode of that guy on 2 equals what? 1. If it's 1, then that simply means that that number is odd. Yes, simply means it's odd. Else, the number will be even. So that's how to do it. Then I close the brackets. So if the mode of that number on 2, if the mode of whatever that is here on 2 is 1, it simply means that the number is odd. I can even say if the mode of that number on 2 is 0, only that if I put 0 here, then that means this will be even, this will be odd. But since I put 1, that means that this will be odd, this will be even. So if the mode of that number on 2 is 1, then odd, comma, else even, then you hit enter. So you can see that 1 is odd. So when you bring your cursor, you drag down to what you feel, you'll get 1 as odd, 2 as even, 3 as odd, 4 as even, 5 as odd, up to the end. Now, there are also we have two other functions. One is even, is odd. If the value is even or if it's odd. So I can say equal to if what? I'll now say is even. If is even, that's if it's an even number. If it's even this guy, I'll click on that cell, which means if it's even this cell, if anything on this cell is even, if it's even, I'll now click on this cell. If I open a bracket, is even this cell. So if anything on this cell is even, I'll close the bracket. I'll say comma, that means then, let's say return what? Even. Then even, comma, else, that's that second comma, value if false, odd. Then I close bracket. Do you see it? You see it? Very simple. So if it's even this guy, if it's even this guy, if this guy is even, comma, let it be even, else, comma, odd, then you hit enter. Do you see? One is odd. Then if you now autofill, you get your answer. So I can also say is odd. So I can say equals to if, I'll pick if. If what? We also have is odd. I'll pick is odd. If is odd, I'll pick this guy, close bracket. If that guy is odd, comma, that means what? Odd. Else, that's that second comma, even. And I close brackets. So if is odd, this stuff, whatever the stuff is on this cell, if it's odd, comma, odd, else, comma, even, then you hit enter. Do you see that? So 1 is odd, 2 is even, then you drag out of here. If you don't get it, watch the video again and again and again and again till it sinks. So this is then the second assignment. This one is simple. It's just like that other if statements we did here, I believe, and here. So if you remember the way I did these two, that simply means that this second assignment will be what? It will be what? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's very, very easy. So what am I asking you to do here? I'm telling you that what I'm asking you to do here is that look at this column here. If any staff here have spent more than 5 years, then let the bonus on the salary be what? 10%. So you look at this cell. If this cell here is greater than 5, then return 10% of this guy, this place. If this guy is more than 5, on this place, return 10% of what we have here. Finish. Else, which means if it's not more than 5, if it's 5 or less than 5, return 5%. So you just come here and say equal to if, very simple. You pick your if. If what? You pick this cell. If, bam, you click this cell. If this cell is greater than what? 5. If it is greater than 5, comma, that means then, comma, that means then 10% of this guy. Now, if I find my calculator, where's my calculator? Oh, this thing is not showing. Where is my calculator now? What's wrong with this guy? I want to show you what I mean. Oh, is this guy is one blocking my calculator? Nonsense. I've removed it. Okay, right now, look at my calculator. If I pull up my calculator, what is 10%? 10% simply means 10 over 100. That's 10%. So what's 10 over 100? 0.1. So 10% of any value simply means 0.1 times that value. You see? So if your salary is 500,000 now, for example, 10% of your salary simply means 500,000 times 0.1. And that gives you what? 50,000. So that's the wisdom you apply or the knowledge you apply here. So if this cell is greater than 5, if anything on this cell is greater than 5, comma, that means then, comma, then 0.1, 0.1 is 10%, remember, from here, 0.1 is 10%. So then 0.1 star, remember I said star means multiplication, 0.1 star, you click on this cell. So if anything here is greater than 5, then that's that comma, 0.1 star anything on this cell. 0.1 star anything there on this cell. Else, that's that your comma, else 5%. So what is 5%? 5% is what? 5 over 100. And what would that give us? 0.05. So 5% is 0.05. So if your salary is still 500,000, for example, 5% of your salary is 500,000 times 0.05. Or you can say 0.05, which is 5% times 500,000, which is your salary, for example. That's 25,000. See it? So you apply the same knowledge here. So after this comma, that comma means else 5%, 0.05 times, that's the meaning of that star, times the salary. So if the number of experience here is greater than 5, comma, then that comma means 0.5 times this cell, whatever the salary is here. Else, sorry, if this cell is greater than 5, comma, then 10%, that's 0.1, 0.1 times whatever you have on this salary, which is D8. The second comma means value if false. Else 0.05, which is 5% times whatever you have on this cell. That's all. Then you close the brackets and you hit enter. So that means this person that is earning $180 will be earning 18,000. The person's bonus amount is 18,000. So you now what? Drag down to the field. So if you want to change this column now to dollars, just click it. Make sure your cursor is showing white cross. Hold down your left mouse button, drag down to select all. Come to your tabs. Click on home. Come to number. See number. See number. Do you see number? Click on $sign. Beautiful. And you are done. So I believe you enjoyed this video, and with this, you'll see how I did it. So thank you very much, and see you guys, I believe, tomorrow.